Here we are, spreading love on our I Hate Mondays Monday. I am the DX21, and this is DX21 Presents the Live Stream. Tonight in the house, I have the tenacious Tasha Mabry. How you doing tonight?
Peace, everybody. Everything is good. Spreading love. It's Brooklyn Way.
Yeah, and speaking of spreading love, it's a Brooklyn Way. The anniversary of the death of the Notorious Big just passed recently, so maybe we might talk about the fact that there is a man who is selling the Suburban in which he was shot, and he's selling it for $750,000. I think it is tacky. Also, we have the bodacious and beautiful bombshell art babe, Breezy Strong. Are you in the house?
Call me the Alchemist.
Call you the what?
Alchemist.
You're the Alchemist, and that's interesting because I just cut another copy of The Alchemist and just placed it into my bookcase, and it's messed up because, yeah, it's a beautiful book, but it was one of the books that disappeared from my library. I have a whole bunch of books that have disappeared.
I say call me that because I'm making breast milk.
You're making breast milk.
Like a real girl?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like a real lady. Like, I'm a real boy.
Exactly.
That's what Pinocchio said. And we have the commander and coordinator, Caribbean Queen Chloe, in control tonight. Are you here, Sock Passe?
Napule, hey, what's up?
Yes, we're all here. The meticulous Metanoia Webb is currently globetrotting her stiletto somewhere. We hopefully will have her joining in the cipher a little later where she can tell us about this situation with Chuck Schumer calling for a Senate probe of how technology is going to be impacting airline pricing. And her being a globetrotting stiletto, I'm sure that she would be interested in this particular, have a passion for this particular topic because it might affect how she trots the globe, basically. Tonight's topic is a very interesting one for all of you ladies, and I hope that I don't get gang beat up by the gang, because tonight's topic is should a man mentally raped, not anally raped, mentally raped. I don't get anally raped. What was that?
The only kind of rape I do is anal.
Okay, well you stay over there and I'll stand over here. Okay, and the night's topic is should a man eat it to beat it? Should a man eat it to beat it?
He can't.
And I'm sure that y'all
don't eat it anyway.
I forgot the order. Who goes first? I forgot the order. Go ahead.
Me.
Oh well, no. Right now, we're just going to go into some current events. But I just wanted everybody to know what tonight's topic will be. Should a man eat it to beat it? So y'all can get your knives sharpened. Yeah. But first, let's get into some current events before we get into tonight's topic. Chloe, what do we have on the menu?
All right, current events. You can ring my bell. Nas makes $40 million after Amazon deal with Ring, and no women allowed. The White House has a women's health meeting with no women in attendance, and the Glock is hot. Jules Santana dips from Newark Airport after finding a gun in his check-in baggage.
Okay.
Wow.
I thought that was funny because the minute I heard that Jules Santana dipped from the airport, I was like, that's funny because he's with Dipset. But I heard that he turned himself in. Anybody have the particulars of this Jules Santana debacle at Newark Airport?
Well, it may or may not have been his gun. And what I have found in my research is that people who do own guns, a lot of the time really forget that they even have them on their person or, in their bag, whatever the case may be. So it was either, just negligence or it really wasn't his gun. But either way, he dipped because, he probably had to get his lawyer together, get his shit together because, he didn't want to be in a situation.
Yeah, well, I'm just kind of suspect. Why did he run?
Because it's a gun charge in New York.
Right, wouldn't you run?
I mean, it's still kind of suspect that he left, and I see that 50 Cent's been trolling him, and making fun of the fact that he ran, but he turned himself in.
Okay. 50 runs away from raising his oldest son, so what the fuck? He got some nerve talking.
Wow.
Everybody, that's his job.
It's a whole nother conversation because I have an issue with black men doing that. Well, men
What, trolling or running from their responsibilities?
Just running away from their kids and not, like just, I had like a deep conversation with a close friend recently, like condoning her friend, a mutual friend, like abandoning his oldest child.
Yeah,
it was just
she's just as fucked.
That shit is not cool, like even if your ends aren't there, even if you can't afford to provide for them financially, they still need to have a relationship with you. Like they need to know who their father is. Like I don't co-sign that shit.
There's a lot of talk. Let's get one person at a time.
When
Go
men
on.
hold their children hostage, and women hold their children hostage, and the nigga can't see because she tight with the nigga.
Right.
I don't respect
But how often is that?
women either.
Nah, chill. No, we're not going to play into that narrative because it's really hard raising the kids. Women don't really want these men not to be around. Like, it's hard.
No, hold on.
Yeah, but as a person who's experienced it more than once, it does happen.
Yes, I know someone personally who justified doing that to me for years. And I would tell her, it's going to fall back on you. Your son is going to pay. No one else. Yep. Your kid pays.
But
so I'm just saying.
And another thing is, who stays mad for years? That's also crazy.
Well,
are you guys talking about OJ?
No, but
what about OJ?
My homegirl's position was this simply: out of sight, out of mind. She must have asked her homeboy, does he love the daughter, the long lost daughter? And he honestly was like, how can I love someone I don't know? And it really made me look at her sideways because it's kind of just like, yo, you friends with this person? Like, I'm sorry, if you were my friend, you couldn't say some shit like that to me.
Well, you
without
be my friend,
holding you responsible for that statement. Like, if it's that bad, then, yeah, let us get in a car together. This is what friends do. Let me ride you down to wherever your kid is at. Let us go to the court together, like get you some dual custody, something.
That's bullshit.
But you're just not going to bow out and talk about some out of sight, out of mind. You don't know if you love your kid. That shit is whack.
Exactly. You know why? Because niggas love TV stars, people on TV they ain't never met, don't have no relationship with. You are connected to this person by blood. You love niggas you see on TV. That's ridiculous.
Well, so
people
getting back to Jules before we can get back into this, this sounds like another topic for a whole show onto itself. Because, I have a perspective. There's the deadbeat dads, and then there's the beat dead dads. So we have to find out which one, we beat dead dads versus deadbeat dads. Maybe that's another topic. And they both exist.
Right.
But was Jules arrested? Did he turn himself in? What happened?
Yes, he was arrested, and he's being held. He's being held, in jail because in 2013 he was convicted for drug distribution. But now he's charged with possessing a firearm as a convicted felon.
Oh.
And he had a warrant out for his arrest as well.
Oh.
Yeah, for the past couple of days when he was on the run.
Nah, prior to that, like I read that he had a warrant out for his arrest, so the plot thickened. You know what I mean? So maybe that's why he dipped the way he did in the airport because he knew he was hot.
He's just some
niggas gonna be saying free Jules Santana.
Yeah, you know the T-shirt. Somebody already is printing up the T-shirts as we speak.
To free a nigga. It don't matter what he did, he got to get free.
Keep Meek Mill the fuck in there.
Fuck out of here.
And Joel, you need to sit and think too, because you some hot nigga and you too old for that shit.
Yeah, fucking crazy.
So what happened with this meeting? I saw like somebody, it was on social media. They showed a picture of a table full of men, and it's supposed to be a women's health meeting, and there was no women present. Is that true?
Yeah, it's true, and that's why women's rights continue to be violated by men who have, no idea what it takes to be a woman
at all. Cool.
However, the White House.
They were all white men at that, so that's even worse.
That, you already know.
All older white men, but the White House does defend that meeting, saying that they invited all the top professionals, all the top health professionals to the meeting. So these people are like the best people to talk about, the topics.
None of the
Don't you find it? Hold on. Women? Don't you find it ironic that the best people men say to talk about women project are other men? Get the fuck out of here. Number one. Number two, why are men into women's health anyway? That's our expertise. Yeah. What can you tell me? And then to say that you're the top in the field. Impossible.
They went to school for it. They have practice.
No, you're not an authority on my pussy because you don't have
Thank
one.
you. What are you, crazy?
How many times you studied it? The fuck out of here.
Yeah, you looking at it in pictures, nigga.
No, they actually are looking at it in real time. They have practice with the pussy.
You still don't know what it is
with the
to
pussy.
have one. You still won't know what it is to have one. And neither does Caitlyn Jenner.
Even you saying that is making me highly uncomfortable and kind of disturbed.
Disgusting.
Well, it might make you comfortable, but I'm just trying to be objective and look at it from all points of view. These people are experts. I mean, a woman might have one, but does she really know the intricacies of it and has studied it?
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Because historically speaking, the white man stole the art of women's health from the black woman. So, yes, we know.
Well, I just find it kind of ironic. I mean, you mean to tell me that in all over the world there are no... Excuse me, can I finish my statement? I just find it ironic or weird or even suspect that in all the world there are no women experts on this, that the experts and the top people in the field are men. I guess that speaks to the gender inequality in the professions. I don't believe that there are no women who know.
But that's the White House's opinion to say that these are the best professionals. I'm sure there are a bunch of women who are top in the health profession, but they're not, I guess, to Trump or whoever is doing this.
To put a woman on the panel.
The White House thinks that the person who's president is the best person for the job, and we clearly know that's not true. So it doesn't really matter what they think. Everybody is an idiot.
Yeah. Getting on, what was the final thing that we had teased as far as we touched on Jules, we sidetracked on to other things. We talked about the women things, and I personally am appalled that there were no women there. I was just playing God's advocate or devil's advocate or purgatory's prophet, if you will, in reference to that. But I do think that it's horrendous that there were no women there. I mean, what the fuck?
Wait,
I mean, they would not. The White House would not have had a bunch of women speaking about men's health. They would not have had that. All right, but what happened? What was the other piece of news of current events, Chloe? Oh, you said Nas, $40 million man off of one deal.
Nice.
Shout out to Anthony Taylor because that's who's getting him that money.
Who?
Yeah.
I digress. His manager, Anthony Taylor, that's my homeboy.
Oh, okay, yeah, shout.
He's getting Nas big money. Yeah, he making money moves finally. It took forever.
Oh, did it take forever? I mean, he's been invested in Robinhood. He's invested in Lyft. He's invested in Dropbox.
Oh, nice.
SeatGeek. He's invested in a lot of these up-and-coming technologies.
Let's say decade. Nas has been around for what, like 3 decades? Two and a half decades.
Right.
So, the fact that it's just coming to fruition, I'm happy that it's happening for him, period, because he's going to have a lot of child support to pay out.
Maybe it's just not public.
Maybe that's why the fuck it's happening.
Maybe it's
apparently.
Chloe, what are the particulars?
Nas was one of the first investors of this company called Ring. It's a video doorbell. It provides video doorbells, which I'm not very
I guess the concept is basically when people ring the bell, you can see them through a video as opposed to a virtual peephole type of thing.
Right. So basically, Amazon bought the company Ring for $1.2 billion, but Nas will be making $40 million from that as an investor.
Good for him.
That's a good payday.
But as you said, he also...
I think that we should do an entire or some type of segment on just Black people investing. I think that needs to be something that's more prevalent in the culture.
I think that I agree with you, and we will do that and add that to our format moving forward because that's something that is definitely coming to the fore. The one who he didn't steal, he didn't know. The one who has my number and added a savage to it, he says that he's not going to be buying gaudy jewelry and all kind of stuff anymore, and he's going to start buying real estate. 21 Savage, was ironic. 21 Savage He said that he's going to stop buying all this stuff. And does anybody have the particulars of that particular story?
I got the particulars. He's fucking a bitch that's damn near 40. She's putting him on. Good for him.
What was that?
He's fucking a woman who's damn near 40. She's probably putting some sense in.
He's the latest one running up in Amber? You said he's the latest one running up in Amber Rose?
But you knew this, Jason. Stop acting like that.
She's not 40.
Y'all ease back on what the hell 40 is.
Metanoid, what was that about?
No. I said you knew this already, Jason. You knew 21 Savage and Amber Rose was an item.
No, I don't. I've really been completely turned off to 21 Savage because he put 21 and Savage in the same line.
He don't know no better.
Yeah, because I mean, DX21 it stands for something and 21 is the universe. So all of that.
I'm sure he Googled it and figured it out. Looks like I'm
like your boy. Oh my God, I'm mad I forgot his name.
But like so far nothing. There's like only one song of his that made an impression on me. Other than that, I haven't been impressed with 21 Savage. Unfortunately, the one who has all of these potential sex predator accusations against him at one time impressed me. Tekashi 6ix9ine.
You have an affinity for him. You really do.
Yeah, and he's like the villain, and everybody hates him as far as my generation is concerned.
I like
him. Yeah, I do too.
I think you find him intoxicating.
Big up to Tekashi. Huh?
What was that, Brianna?
I think you find him intoxicating because of his looks.
You seem like you want some man boy love shit with that. That just sounded very freaky. No, that's not it.
Man boy love.
That is not happening here.
I was just watching Sesame Street and Ernie and Bert were sleeping in the same room. I was like, oh man,
funny.
Journey don't even know what's up, yo.
He don't even know. You don't know what's up.
I
didn't know what's up until I got bigger. Like, wait the hell a minute. What is going on?
Yeah, I heard that Black Panther has surpassed 1 billion worldwide.
Nice.
Yes.
It had $562 million domestically in 24 days. And what is happening for the first time in a very long time, if ever in history, I'm not sure whether it's, and maybe someone can check this, that this might be the first time in history that the number 1 and 2 movies at the box office, the top movies, are both helmed by black directors. A Wrinkle in Time is number 2. A Wrinkle in Time is number 2. Black Panther brought in $41 million this weekend, and A Wrinkle in Time brought in $33.5 million. And I'm really feeling I've got to go see A Wrinkle in Time because, the full disclosure, on my computer there's a quote that says, "Inspiration usually happens during work rather than before." And do you know what that quote is by? That quote is by the woman who wrote A Wrinkle in Time. So that person's name has been in front of me every day of my creative life. Huh?
Well,
that's Kismet, DX.
What was that?
I said that's Kismet, DX. You got to make sure you go see it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go see it. But the thing about it is this bugging me out is this, while I want to go see it, it seems like this is also part of the social engineering agenda that we've been talking about, of biracialism, because, I mean, the lead character, Storm, her dad is Chris Pine. She's a mulatto chick.
Pine. No, she's not. She's a black girl with a white father.
Okay, that's still biracial according to the new racial dynamics in politics.
I don't subscribe to double politics. You can't have them. I'm one politics, black.
Yeah, well, that's another one of our future topics, along with the one we were talking about, deadbeat dads versus beat dead dads. We're going to talk about, is biracial the new white? That's going to be one of our future topics, and hopefully everyone get a chance to tune in.
Is the new white?
Yes, Bible. Well, no. Hush. We'll talk about it on the next show. Save it for the future. We don't want to let any cats out of the bag unless they're lions.
Okay. So, but yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's tonight's topic, though.
We're talking. Come in and tell.
So we were talking about the topics that are coming. Is biracial the new white? deadbeat dead dads versus deadbeat dads. But before we slip into tonight's topic, should a man eat it to beat it, I just wanted to let y'all get your opinion on this new pill. It's an exercise pill that makes your body react as if you are a top elite athlete. It messes with your body chemistry or whatever to give you the same results as if you had a super workout.
So it doesn't really mess with your body. It really messes with your brain because it all starts in the mind.
Exactly. It does mess with your mind. It's called 516. And it was supposed to be designed to target people who can't exercise because of diseases or physical conditions. But just like Viagra was made for people who had erectile dysfunction, I'm sure it's going to be abused by people who don't need it. Like Viagra is used by people who just want extra, to be, like it's like a new stone or tiger bone or something.
You have to wonder if it's just a placebo effect also.
Like, no, I mean they actually is the body. It's not just a mind thing. It also physically helps the body break down fat as opposed.
You're not listening. The placebo effect will have the same effect because that's what they tell you is going to do.
Right.
So they could very well, and it always is going to have varying levels of results. So it could very well be placebo sometimes, and it's telling you.
Okay, so Viagra could be placebo. Everything could be placebo for that matter.
Absolutely.
Well, that's the point I'm trying to make. Even the dis-ease is a placebo.
It's in the mind. I'd love to find out if they ever did that. Find out how many people are selling placebos on the market. That's how.
But the whole point of the matter is, are people going to game the system? Are people going to not exercise and just take the fucking pill?
I say, who cares? If that's what you want to do, that's your damn business.
Thoughts, and here's the thing. This is why it's so silly, because if you power your thoughts and you put a vision in your mind to how you want your body to be, your body will play to that vision with or without exercise.
Check it out.
I'm only speaking on shit that I've done in my own life. You can take it or leave it.
And I totally agree. Then as for the people who want to take pills, let them take a fucking pill. And for the people who want to abuse pills, let them abuse the fucking pill. I don't have time to give a fuck.
Right.
If you don't want to exercise and you don't want to eat right, you want to take a fucking pill to chisel your abs, go right the fuck ahead. You want to take Viagra and fucking die of a heart attack with your dick in a bitch, go right the fuck ahead, nigga. But it won't be your dick in me.
Well, actually, the drug 516 was actually made for people who suffer from things like muscular dystrophy.
You continue to argue for limitations.
I don't know why the fuck. We said we don't give a fuck. Let them take it if they want to take it.
I'm not arguing for limitations. I'm getting out the facts as presented.
And the FDA approved this drug?
The FDA actually doesn't recognize the need to exercise as being needing of a drug. So that's why they're tying it into muscular dystrophy, because muscle waste is one reason why a lot of people die from muscular dystrophy, because their muscles wither away. So they're hoping that this particular drug will help people whose muscles wither away. I'm not talking about the people who don't abuse it. I'm talking about the people who this is intended for, those who have muscle deterioration.
If they believe it will work, it will work. If they believe it won't work, it will not work. Either way, they're not.
Because these bodies are imagination bodies anyway.
Period.
They ain't real.
Yes.
And so what placebo, if you dig into the placebo, it don't even exist. The damn pill, if you dig into the pill, it's fucking air. So what are we talking about?
Before I had a titty on my chest, I was a little girl, and my family would be like, oh, you're going to have big breasts, big breasts. So I always just believed that. And lo and behold, they're huge, and really,
that's why I don't have big breasts.
You didn't imagine hard enough, Tasha. You didn't imagine hard enough.
Brianna, I'm sure big titties running your family.
Bubble and
that shit is
no, not as big as mine.
That's all right.
Maybe you're got,
extra dose of big.
That's what I'm.
That shit is usually hereditary.
Because I believed what they said with no judgment about it. I think they came out super big, bigger than everybody.
Why? This is like the second time we've been on this show, and the show is going to centering on your breast when there's a very viral and promiscuous black male on the line, and you're bringing the conversation to your breast. That is wonderful on a Monday night.
At work right now.
Mine are not as succulent as yours are. I'm sorry.
And they're not doing anything.
And they don't even got no milk in them yet. Lord have mercy.
That's what I'm saying. Eat some bread with something.
Can we go back into A Wrinkle in Time real quick, because they're talking about how this coupled, this character in A Wrinkle in Time, the heroine, the protagonist, Storm Reed, that her couple with Shuri from Black Panther are putting forth more positive images of young women in STEM situations, science, technology, engineering, and math technologies. Because remember that Shuri, the princess, T'Challa's sister, she was the wonderkind and scientific mind behind all of the technology and gadgets in Wakanda. And now we have Storm Reed, who's a person who excels in math. They're not saying that they're positive models for black women, but they're saying that they're positive models for women, period, in STEM.
Okay,
what are your thoughts?
Can I start? Because this is what bothers me. Wait, because this is what bothers me. First, we had the Hidden Figures, right? That nobody wanted to big that up as a black heroic movie. Of course, we did. We loved it. We got Hidden Figures. Now, yes, they're putting more black women in prominent STEM positions. But now that they're doing that, now they're going to just be women in STEM positions. They can't be black women in STEM positions. We ain't counting them as black. Why are we not taking that heroism to ourselves? We letting them just be women now? I mean, we got to pick and choose.
That's why I made it a point to emphasize that. That's why I made it a point to emphasize that they're dropping out black now and just saying women.
Of course they are. Of course they are, because it's convenient. We always have to be like the underdog. We can never be celebrated. We can't be celebrated. And then we only recognize our success when every nigga in a movie. You got to have 500 niggas in a movie to say we done had success? But even still, like, I like the fact that, you know, to your point, ZX, that they were in those positions, that they were in STEM roles, but there's two black women in STEM roles. Why shouldn't we just call it spade a spade? Yes,
and
there are women.
That is the story. See, because that is the story. Right. It makes a difference if she's black. That is the story. And now they want to take that story away and take the story away from black girls and now say that Obama has done great things for women.
Yeah, you know, it's spinning a narrative because a lot of us aren't in STEM, and a lot of us are underrepresented in STEM. You have white women, you have Asian women, you got the Indian women, you have every other nationality but us. So the fact that we are black and that we're in STEM is important. That's vital, and I just don't appreciate how they conveniently want to leave that out. Somebody needs to write a think piece about it.
Yeah, they shouldn't. It matters that now that they allow us, but this is also what happens when they allow us to mainstream. They allow us to mainstream. The lighter you are, the more mainstream you can get. Now, when they allow to mainstream you, when you're everyone below a certain shade, it's fucking exotification. But now, the more mainstream you become, it's the same way they take jazz and hip-hop away from people. All of a sudden, jazz is an American art form. It's a fucking black art form is what the fuck it is that America usurped. And then it becomes nobody's art form.
And think about it. When it was mainly black musicians, it was a drug thing. It had a negative connotation. Right.
They hated it. And the whole modernism era specifically targeted all of those things that were undercurrents in order to steal away the social power it had. So now they usurp your undercurrent thing, and it has no more power. It's mainstream. That's how they do, and they're going to do that with us, and we're going to let them because we're going to be so happy that we're letting us in until all of a sudden they're letting us in, and we're just women. We ain't black women no more.
Yeah. One more note on A Wrinkle in Time before we move on. At one time, and I don't know the correct pronunciation of her name because I've only read it. It's Madeline L'Ingle or something like that. When A Wrinkle in Time came out as a book, it was both hailed as a literary
masterpiece,
but it was also hailed by critics complained that it improperly meshed science and religion, and that its view of Christianity was too lax. But the thing about it is, them saying that it's improperly blending science and religion. At one time, there was no distinction, and there was no such thing as religion. It was just a way of life.
What is a proper blend? How do you properly
I don't
blend
know. I think that they don't want it blended at all because you can't control stuff if it's easier to control and commercialize and monetize things when they're compartmentalized. You know, this world is based more.
You break it up and you sell it. Yeah. They should really call it what it is. They can't control it, so they're mad.
Yeah, the technological and the scientific and the mystical and the magical were all one at one point. But now they separated one, and now there's like science over mysticism or whatever. But when they all are just the top and the bottom of the coin, but you need both.
Just a complication of things because nothing can just be what it is.
Yeah. Well, question, Metanoia, are you up on what Senator Chuck Schumer, the senior senator from New York, is proposing as far as an investigation into pricing for airlines? Have you heard about this probe?
I am. I did, and I think that it's pretty. I don't know. For him to do that, it says a lot about him and the Democratic Party. I think that they really want to protect the dollars that are in our pockets. It's a quote he has in the Daily News that I thought was pretty telling of the entire situation. He said that airlines have already monetized every single inch of the plane, smaller seats, less food, charges for carry-ons. And so the thought that they or others within the travel industry are looking to nickel and dime consumers based on their mobile phone or computer's browser history is a sad state of affairs that just might violate consumer protections. Your ticket price to fly shouldn't take off because of who you are. And that's so true. And the fact that they're trying to get away with that is ridiculous.
Let's slow this down. I just want to make sure that we know the facts of what's going on. Basically, the airlines are proposing using your internet browsing histories and your data, in other words, algorithms, to decide the pricings of your seat. Two people can be sitting side by side on the airplane, and based on your internet browsing history, your personal data compiled by data firms, your profile, you can have two different ticket prices based on your purchasing history online.
Yes, but they think you can afford.
So what about private browsing? Does this speak to the recent internet issue that was happening? I forget the name of it. I wish I remember.
No, the net neutrality. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
No. Yes.
But even.
Yes.
But wait. But what's more compelling though? But wait. What's more compelling about it is that, say for instance, you're searching. You had a death in your family, right? And you're searching for, funeral homes or something like that. They
know that you need to buy that ticket.
Exactly. So they're going to surge that price based on the fact that it's a funeral and it's urgent and you need to be there. So versus you paying $200 for a ticket, you could pay $1,000 for a ticket.
Well, you know what I think is happening?
I research things for people all the time. I might research something for my grandmother, but it's not for me.
So but the whole point is if they'll use your personal data, that is very dangerous right there. Like they know,
DX. I think what they're doing is more of a social stratification. So now traveling is going to become more of a social privilege. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's going to cost so much to travel that it's going to force people to stay local. It's a way to control movement.
It is.
Look at you with the Jerry Fletcherisms, Geraldine Fletcher.
I don't know if that's who I don't know who that is.
And that's the bottom line. Like, a lot of us are traveling more than we've ever did, than our parents did.
Right.
But
they want to cut that out.
Is rising too.
Yeah, basically they're like, too many black people are flying. Let's find a way to stop that.
Yeah, too many lower class people have
destinations that they shouldn't be in.
And access to information. That's why they're doing this internet shit.
The damn Instagram page is traveling while black. Like, it's really a thing. It's a hashtag. So
look at that. It's the shit people
then you have the travel noirs and the soul societies and all these other Instagram sites that publicize the fact that people of color are traveling. They know that. Exactly.
And it's going to be.
Been traveling for the past over a decade. Like, this ain't no new shit.
Yeah, but more now. And more access, and when things.
So, question: How do they do that?
How to do what?
How are they going to check the history?
cookies.
Algorithms, the same way that they do
it. The same way all the other retailers and businesses do. They all do.
Chloe, you never visited a website and then you went on Facebook or Instagram and a sponsored ad popped up for that same website? That's the type of algorithm that they use.
That airline is trying to use.
They check it like that.
Well, Senator Schumer said this is Big Brother meets Big Business, and it is a frightening combo for already price-badgered airline travelers. I like that. Big Brother meets Big Business. And the thing about it is we've opened ourselves up to be Big Brother because Big Brother was the pervasiveness of cameras and everybody was watching, and Big Brother was always watching, but we are watching each other. We're taking selfies and we're filming everything, and there's cameras everywhere. We have become Big Brother. And to answer, Tasha, your question
not me,
about
I'm low-key Bree.
Yeah, I know you're low key, but you're a rare bird, Brianna. You're a rare bird, and so we can't put you in any category, in any box, because you will defy it on purpose because you just will not be nailed down.
No. So basically, we're going to have old white people purchase our plane tickets on their phones.
If you can
on their phones.
Basically,
so you have to go to like a retirement home.
Chloe, you just made a business model. You recruit some old white men and white ladies, and you pimp them and put them out on Front Street.
Yes.
They'll be surrogates. They'll be surrogate.
Oh my gosh! I'm gonna do this at a nursing home or something.
All right, Chloe got a business model. Go, Chloe. It's your business. It's your business. And to answer Tasha your question. When I called you Geraldine Fletcher, that was an allusion to the movie Conspiracy Theory, where the lead character played by Mel Gibson was Jerry Fletcher.
Yeah. No doubt. I'll take it.
All right. And one thing I always point out about that movie Conspiracy Theory was that Jerry Fletcher was right. Everybody who thought he was bugged out, he was right. He was right.
Say that. You said it for me. Exactly. I'm just saying.
Well, one more thing before we move on to Should a Man Eat It to Beat It. What the fuck is going on with Bono, who was like hailed as being some, super, savior of the world, and, you too, you too, he has a hashtag now. You too.
Me too, you too.
Pun intended. You too. It turns out that it's charity.
It's a lot of. It's because he does those benefit concerts, and I think that genuinely he is a good person at heart.
Yeah, I think so.
No, he genuinely is, but the whole point is his charity, his worldwide charity set up called One, I believe. It had, he's calling it bullying, but basically in their South African branch, there were situations where a woman was demoted because she refused to have sex with a foreign diplomat. There was times where they were having people who worked in the particular branch office cleaning, doing domestic work in officers' houses, shit like that. And I guarantee you that the woman who was asked to sleep with a diplomat was a black African woman. And those people who were cleaning houses, I guarantee you they were not Afrikaners. They were not Boers.
Well, they're definitely not above reproach, and that doesn't mean the people he has working for him are good people. You get shitty people in high positions all the time. He just has to do some restructuring.
Research. And the scandal with all of these Red Cross, and these humanitarian
remember
groups that have gone into Haiti?
Charity?
Hold on, I'm
pimping Haitian women in Haiti, yes. What do you got to say about that, Sakpase, Chloe? They're pimping your country women.
But not just in Haiti. Every place that release companies go to is racked with sexual scandal.
Yeah,
every place
white
men. Because white men are using this to prey on women of color. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and not just to point something out, but in Central Africa and where a lot of these civil wars and in the Congo, it is black men who are raping women as an act of aggression and war. So I think it sometimes has something to do with
aggression of war. We're talking about the people who go in and say, "I'm here in
with
peace
a charity
to help you."
Right, the people from the UN.
I get what you're saying.
War niggas do war shit. We're talking about peace niggas who come in and do war shit.
Yeah, I sit corrected, I stand corrected, I'll roll over corrected. You are right. There was a total difference.
Those
are savages in war versus people supposed to be becoming peaceful.
You know why it's not a difference? Because they still niggas. And that's the bottom line. A man is going to be a man. You can use the peace court, whatever front if you want to, but at the end of the day, you still got a dick, and that's primarily what you think with. So
that I refuse to reduce men to the dog status. They want the excuse to be. Hell no.
No, I don't think it's an excuse. I think that it's real. I think that it's real. When you see these vulnerable, but when you see these vulnerable women in these countries who are basically subjected to nothing, they don't have anything, they're struggling, they're poor.
Power and
exactly. So they're going to utilize their power.
Well, rape is about power, so it's not about these women struggling.
They were saying in Haiti, it wasn't so much that these people from the UN were raping these women. It was just that, like you were saying, they were taking advantage of the fact that these women, people are very poor. And they'll do whatever they can for some money. And they're saying how they were like sleeping with like young girls.
Let's stop talking over each other, please. Go on, Kobe.
They're talking about how they were sleeping with young girls and giving them like 75 cents, for their time with them. And to them, even it's 75 cents, but it's a little bit more, in Haiti. But these people were sleeping with young girls, people as young as 12 years old, and then they were saying they were the reason that Haiti had that cholera, thing. They brought that over to them, and they weren't able to deal with that. That's not something that Haitians.
The white man has always brought diseases to the Native people. More Native Americans, indigenous people, my ancestors were felled by the white man's disease and by his bullets.
So why do we continue to co-sign on what they do? Why do we continue to act like it's any different? Why are we surprised that there's nothing but white men in a meeting about women's health? We can just say, oh, yeah, that's yesterday's news. Like, it doesn't surprise me. Why are we still surprised by the same shit?
Because history repeats itself and nobody bosses up. Even us.
And no one pays attention.
It's great. That's
no
key,
one pays
Tasha.
attention to what
they're not
happened
informed
yesterday.
And they're not paying attention.
It's not even that smart. It's not even that deep. It just happened.
Yep.
You know what the fuck Tekashi had to eat for dinner last night, nigga? You don't know what the fuck just happened to your people? I don't understand. It matters. Because I say it matters. Because on this realm and in this planet, I'm a black bitch. Fuck that.
How about being a black woman or a black queen and black empress? But if you want to be a black bitch, it's on you.
Sometimes she's a bitch. And
I hear you.
A biatch is a goddess. If you keep it real, do the knowledge. Do the knowledge.
Well, listen,
what a bitch really is.
Listen, just to finish up and wrap this up with a bow, in defense of U2, Bono, he says that he wants to meet personally and personally apologize with everybody who was involved, every victim. But the thing about it is I don't like the way he's classifying it as bullying. He's saying it's bullying. It's not bullying. It was sexual fucking harassment.
It's because at the end of the day, he's a white man and he's never going to take responsibility, so he has to call it bullying.
But also it's a way that I'm not making an excuse for it, and I think bullying is very evasive. But it seems like an attempt to highlight the power abuse. Bullying is about power, right? I don't understand how something about sexual abuse is necessarily a bullying campaign, but okay, that's what's happening to the Me Too women. They're being bullied. No,
they're reducing it. It's being reduced. Right. It's being reduced to bullying.
You want me to, let me see if I can find his exact quote, which bothered me, because he didn't recognize it as what it is that they. Okay, yeah. The poorest people in the poorest places being bullied by their circumstances is the reason we set up one. So to discover last November that there were serious and multiple allegations of bullying in our office in Johannesburg left me and the one board reeling and furious. He called it bullying.
But it's sexual harassment.
That's insane.
No. If a woman loses her job because she refuses to fuck a foreign diplomat, if she gets demoted, that's bullying. No, that's bullying. That's what Bono said. Bono said it's bullying. We all know that he's fucking playing semantics, but he did offer to, meet in person with these motherfuckers. So I guess that's supposed to mean something because he's a celebrity. To apologize. He wants to meet with them and apologize.
For the bullying. They're getting checks.
He wants to apologize for the bullying.
Yeah, they probably are getting checks, but I wonder, would that office woman, would she have fucked the foreign diplomat if he had eaten it? Do you think she would have?
Say what?
Would the woman who worked in the Johannesburg office, would she have fucked the foreign diplomat if he had eaten the pussy?
If she did, it's her prerogative. If she did, it's her prerogative, but she can't be harassed into doing it.
Thank you. I'm like, she did it for $1.50. If he throw that in, I'm sure she'd take the $1.50 same way. I'm just saying, what's the difference? I know, but that was the transition, so go.
Well, that was a very awkward and not so smooth transition into our topic of the night. We're going to close this show with our topic of the night. Should a man eat it to beat it? I'm going to do this in an orderly fashion. I'm going to get everybody's opinion on it. I'm going to allow people to weigh in. I will call your name. We're going to do this orderly, line up in size places, so to speak. Okay. And then I will conclude, and I'll give you all a chance to rebut. Let's go with Brianna. Should a man eat it to beat it?
Well, since you asked, first of all, that's not a thing that I ever asked for. I never requested. It just happens organically.
Right.
I will say
organically.
I will say this much. If I were ever, and I will not be, in a situation when a man didn't want to do that, then he wouldn't be my man. My man happens to eat me out the same way he kisses me. That's important to me. It says a lot about his passion for me as his lover. So, yes, it has to be done. But understand that some women, it's not like a necessity for some women. It's not a necessity for me, but I certainly don't want someone who's against it in my bed, because I'm not against doing it to you. That's all I got.
That's figgity fair.
All right, Chloe.
No,
should a man eat it to beat it?
Yes. Just like Brianna said, I would never be in a situation where I'm dating a guy who would not do that, because I need that. I need that kind of. It's like it's a connection that you have when they're performing oral on you, and you're doing it to them, because I will reciprocate. But to have someone who's like, okay, dead set against it. I mean, I understand some people have their religious beliefs or whatever reasons why they wouldn't do it, but I would never be with that type of person.
I'm going to ask, and I'm going to sit back and watch the pistol smoke. Tasha, tell me about it.
You don't know what I'm going to say. You said should or have to. I say no. It all depends on how the chemistry flows. I sometimes have personally experienced people using that as an excuse for a weak-ass dick game. So it all depends.
Speak on it.
So it is not a requirement of mine. Lovemaking is. If that's what you do and you do it well, so be it. If not, you can hold that. I'm good. Plus, ain't nothing like a bad one. That's the word.
Uh-huh. Metanoia.
Here's how I feel. I would say no. You don't have to eat it to beat it. And culturally for me, because I am Jamaican, and I've dealt with my share of Jamaican men, unfortunately, they don't yam the poom-poom. They don't want to, or they'll do it.
That is not factual information.
Listen, it is not, because I'm just talking from experience.
Can't relate. I'm just talking from experience. I'm talking from my personal experiences. And I've been with a fair share of Jamaican men, and it's not that they won't do it, but they don't enjoy it. So if it's not something that you enjoy doing, then I don't want you down there, because you're not about to be chewing on shit and slobbering and doing it all wrong. That. You got to be into it for me to enjoy it. You feel me? So yes. I would say
I love the
you don't have to eat it to beat it, because sometimes I just want to do the get down. Like, I don't necessarily want oral. I'm not someone who always wants that in the bedroom. Now, my man, on the other hand, we're going to have to learn to try to soften up to that. But somebody I'm just having a sexual relationship with, and I'm not in a committed relationship, nah, you don't got to eat my pussy to beat it. I still spread it open and bend over.
Look at you. I was listening to some of our earlier shows, and you were talking about doing a confession. Yo, you want to get open on it, so you have a lot to speak about, don't you? But anyway, I just want to ask y'all quickly, real quick. Does a man have to do you first before you do him?
No, in the act of
So like in order for you to to get fellatio, must he perform cunnilingus? Tasha?
Oh no, I do that because I want to.
Oh, I like you. Brianna, does a man have to perform cunnilingus on you first in order for you to give him fellatio?
I don't know what kind of sex lives you guys have or you have where everything is so strategic.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know where I'm at.
Oh, yes, let's all right. Brianna, I don't even want you to come out your comfort zone. I get it. Organic. Vibrations, organic.
Right.
Like, you're talking about when? In the first 10 seconds? In the middle? Do you do it? What are you saying?
I can tell you this here. I'm with the organic thing. I mean, first of all, when I was with the Trini chick, she used to always say that I was such a Jamaican. She used to always say I'm such a Jamaican. About that, and it was not. It was about a whole bunch of different things. And yeah, out of all of the groups I came up with, although branch of my family is exclusion from St. Croix, the people I came up with were Guyanese, Jamaicans, and Jamaicans. First were Guyanese, then Jamaican. But
okay,
so most of it.
Attaching yourself to something culturally, why don't you just have your own independent thoughts about what you want to do sexually?
Yeah, I'm Unicorn Don. It can't get more individual than that. I'm the Kobo Bobo. I made that shit. Okay, so yeah, I'm with that, but I'm talking about that particular vibration when I was dealing with this particular person and the different experiences that I had. But I have to feel it. It has to be organic. I'm not just going to go down because you want it, and that might have caused me problems. I don't know, but I have to feel it. It's not. It's going to be just like what Metanoia said. I'm just going to be. It's going through the motions, and I'm not going to enjoy it. And if I don't enjoy it, then why do it? And if you don't want it,
she's not going to enjoy it either.
It kills the mood. Like, it makes me not even want to have sex with you.
Exactly. So why do it?
But I also add what you spoke about, Tasha, earlier. Sorry to cut you off, DX, but when they eat it so well, then it's time for, like,
it makes you want to.
Yeah, the main course, it's like it's not there. It's underrepresented. Like, it's just
underrepresented. Absolutely.
I've had that experience as well.
Compensation.
And that shit is whack. Because at the end of the day, I want your long john. I don't really need your tongue.
Thank you very much.
But let me tell you, the first time that I went down, first of all, I never intended to do it ever. That was my thing when I was young. I never intended to do it ever. Bad man don't bow, So it was like a situation where I had fortunate in my sex life where I had compatible partners earlier. So I actually thought that I was good at it because I just connected with the people who I was dealing with earlier in my sexual career. But this one time, I had got her off a couple of times, but when we were going for the third time, I came and it was going down and she was about to come again and she was like, oh no, I want to come. And it was like she put that, and I was panicking because I was thinking my reputation. I can't let her not, because she's not going to remember that she had two. She's only going to remember that I didn't bring on the third one. And so in panic and desperation, I went down on her just to bring her over the finish line. And that was the first time that I ate.
And it was horrible.
No.
I can tell you that.
No, it was not. It was not.
Because that sounded like torture.
No, it was not. It was not. She actually was like, well, goddamn, you got potential. That's her exact quote.
I don't deal with potential down there. You had better come to expertise.
Because I did some shit. I got inventive. I started bringing the wind through and doing Zerbers and shit. So it went pretty well for my first time.
He's looking at shit on TV. He's looking at TV shit.
Okay, don't blow on my shit. And then you know what? Let me tell you something.
I didn't blow on it. I brought the air through. I didn't blow.
I've been chilling. Let me say this. No, you can give a woman a pulmonary embolism. I don't know how to pronounce it. If you blow.
I didn't blow in it. I didn't blow in it. I didn't treat it like a fucking balloon.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
That sounds scary.
And I'm just saying that's counterproductive. You make it cold. What do you want to do that for?
And dry. You don't want to
dry. Like, you're going to blow it away.
Well, what the hell? I mean, I have spit. It will make it wet again. But anyway, it looks like we have to bring this to, we got to continue this conversation because this is go on and on and on and on like an Energizer bunny. And we're coming to, you know, the time of our time to say goodbye and for me to sit down and change from my sneakers into my street shoes and change my sweater into my coat and sing Here's to Good Friends. Yeah.
Well, somebody needs to sing Mr. Vegas to you.
Mr. Vegas?
Yeah.
Which
Head
song?
Tie. Head Tie.
Oh, yeah. Head Tie.
Oh, Head Tie? Oh, really?
With the no. Just make it.
Then I'll have someone sing Under the Sycamore Tree.
Oh, Lord.
It was under the sycamore tree. All right, y'all. Yeah, this has been DX21 Presents the live stream, and I am the we're saying good night to you on a I Hate Mondays Monday. So hopefully we can take this love and move us through the week. And next week our topic will either be beat dead dads versus deadbeat dads, or is biracial the new white? See y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Go, bo, bo, bo.